Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel, and it's your girl Julie, and today I'm back with another video. So as y'all can tell from this title, today's video is going to be a little bit different, a video I haven't done before. So today's video is a girls talk. I feel like I haven't gotten a chance to actually just like sit down and talk with you guys. So I put up this like little question thingy on my Instagram story to ask you guys to ask me some questions for this video. So I'm gonna try to go through all of them, but if I don't, I might do like a second one, a part 2 if you guys want me to. Alright guys, so for the first question, and I see some of you guys asking the same questions, advice on friends. Believe it or not, I was a shy girl like growing up, like in elementary school and middle school. I was shy as hell. I didn't really have that much friends growing up. I still like my best friend now. She's been my friend since elementary school, and she's been through hell and back with me. It's like friends do come and go, especially like high school. After high school, you know, most of the time you don't see the same person, you don't see the same friends that you do in college. But or you know, after that, I literally only had like 2 friends that I literally still to this day I still talk to from high school. Y'all, let me tell you a story. Okay, so quick story time. So this was like freshman year in high school. It was an orchestra class. A little fun fact, if you guys didn't know, I used to play the violin. I played the violin since middle school up until freshman year in high school. Anyways, back to the story. So basically, so I was partnered up with this girl. It was like my first time meeting her, and at first, you know, she was nice and all and stuff, and you know, I was being nice too. You know, I was trying to make some friends, and you know, high school especially, and she didn't know nothing of my like social medias or whatnot. I was just like a regular girl to her. When she found out about my like social medias and stuff, she literally switched her whole personality, and she started being fake to me. Like every single day, I'm telling you guys, every single day she would ask me to like give her a shout out. Like every single day, she keeps saying, oh, when you gonna give me a shout out? Can you give me a shout out, please? Give me a shout out. Well, like every single fucking day. And then she got mad because I didn't give her a shout out. She went behind my back and she started talking shit about me and spreading rumors about me to other people. Like, bro. And then she had the audacity to talk shit about me on her Instagram account, and she had her whole Instagram bio talking shit about me, calling me like fake or something like that. I don't know. And then I literally confronted her, and I told her, I was like, if you don't take this down, or if you keep talking shit about me, I'm gonna tell the principal, and then you're gonna get in trouble with your parents. And it's like, you know, I don't tolerate that shit. You know, I don't tolerate people talking shit about me and making rumors about me which were not true at all. It was just ridiculous, and she literally begged me not to tell the principal. She literally took down all the stuff, she took down the bio. After that, I literally just stopped talking to her. No like communication whatsoever. Even though we were in the same class, I didn't talk to her at all. Guys, that whole incident that happened affected how I made friends, because like if I were to talk to somebody, what if they found out about my social media? Like would they act all fake, or would they turn it back against me? You know, like there was like a few that didn't do that, but you know, most of the time when they do find out, they act all fake and like all like, oh, give me a shout out, or like, you know, they be talking shit if I don't do that. Like after all of that happened, I became more closed off, I guess you could say that. Like I didn't want the numbers to affect how people think about me, you know, because it's just numbers, you know. At the end of the day, it's just numbers. Like it's not gonna matter at the end of the day. That's why when I do meet new people, I try not to like mention my social medias or anything, but when I do, I would tell them like later on when I got to know them like way better. Like, so advice on friends: just be careful on who you make friends with, and especially don't tell them personal things unless you trust them and know them, you know, enough to do so. I had to learn it the hard way. Like in middle school, like I had this one friend that I trusted like a lot, and I told her about something really personal, and then she literally went behind my back and literally told everyone in the school. And I'm like, bro, how could you do that? Like I trusted her. But I didn't let that stop me from making friends in high school. And then that girl that backstabbed me in middle school, freshman year of high school, first day of school, talked shit about me in front of my face to everyone in that class. I'm like, what the fuck? Like what did I even do to you? Like I didn't even do shit to her, and she literally did that. Like I'm like, bro. But yeah, that's another story. And also keep your circle small. That's what I learned in high school, or in general in school. Freshman year was freaking crazy, y'all. Like, ooh. But you know, I had my peace to protect. Like, I'm not gonna be starting on these dramas or having it all, you know, dealing with all these, you know, fake people, because I don't want to add no more stress, because I was already doing schoolwork and all that stuff. So, you know, just, I'm telling you, just focus on your schoolwork. So the second question is, what do you do to have your self-esteem on top? Alright guys, so I'm not gonna lie to you, my self-esteem is not always on top. There's days I feel like my self-esteem is like low, like, you know, everyone has those days, you know. Some things that I do to, you know, help my self-esteem is that I exercise regularly, and you know, I make sure I take care of myself, like my, you know, my hygiene, my skincare, and I make sure to love myself, because, you know, no one else is gonna do it except for you. And sometimes, you know, when I feel bad, or like when I feel like my confidence not there, I dress up, like I do my makeup, get my hair done, and like go out and take pictures and just like have fun. That's what I do. And if you don't already know that, you're a bad bitch. Don't compare yourself to others. You're freaking beautiful, and you should tell yourself that every day. Okay, so the next question is, how do you handle having social media at such a young age? I started doing this when I was 13, and now I'm 20. Like, it's been a long time, y'all. Like, since I was that young, I literally loved doing my makeup, you know, looking cute and taking pictures, you know, and I would do that and post them online, you know, just for fun. So I had to learn from a young age to not, you know, care about what other people think. I don't let it affect me at all. Like, I just, if I know who I am, and if I know what I stand for, then, you know, of course I'm not gonna let, you know, rumors or like people saying some false stuff about me, like, you know, get to me, because that's not true at all. Especially if you're doing this, you know, doing social media and stuff, you're gonna have to have like you're gonna have to be strong. Like, I'm looking back, I'm like, damn, I really did that. And like, you know, I didn't let all of that hate get to me. I didn't like let what people think, you know, about me taking pictures or doing all that stuff at a young age, like, you know, wearing makeup and stuff, or the outfits I wore, like, get to me, because, you know, I did what I love, and it didn't affect or harm anyone. Not every time you're gonna have like positive and good feedbacks, you know. There's gonna be like some hateful comments and like people like trying to bring you down just because, you know, they're insecure about themselves. So if they're talking about you, girl, that means you're popping. The next question is, how do you keep yourself motivated? Okay, I'm not always motivated all the time. I'm not gonna lie, I be procrastinating like a bitch. It's all about discipline. I'm telling you guys, it's all about discipline. Especially like going to the gym. You have to make yourself do it, because you're not gonna feel motivated every day to do whatever you're doing, you know. Like, even in the simple things like waking up, getting out of bed early, making your bed and all that stuff, like, it takes discipline. Like, and that's what I've been working on, is just not to procrastinate and just get my shit done with. Like, I just do it. Like, some days I would just want to be sitting in my bed all day, but it's all about discipline. It's all about you wanting to make a change in your life, because like, you can't always count on motivation, because that shit is not always going to be there. And the other question that relates to this question is, how do you motivate yourself to stay consistent in the gym? All I'm gonna say is discipline. You're gonna have to discipline yourself. You're gonna have to force yourself to get out of that bed and go to the freaking gym. Because at the end of the day, after that gym session, you're gonna feel good no matter what, because like, you're exercising, you know. You're gonna feel good after that, you know. You're like, damn. Like, literally, there's days I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't feel like going to the gym. And like, especially now, like, I changed my routine, like, to going like early in the morning, and your girl has been doing so freaking good. I've been staying consistent going in the morning. Well, you know, there's some days that I do go, you know, just a little bit later than usual, than my usual time in the morning. I literally force myself. I be forcing myself to go every day, even if I don't feel like it. Even the first, second day of my period, I still go. Like, and what also motivates me is that I think back why I started in the first place, like why I started doing that in the first place. It's like, I want to take care of myself, you know. Like, I want to feel good, I want to look good. That's like one thing I do to keep myself motivated. Is why I started in the first place. Okay, so the next question is, how do you deal with anxiety? So the most recent one I had was like at the gym, and it literally came out of nowhere. So I started my fitness journey when COVID was happening. So like, we had to wear masks. Your girl was wearing masks, you know, every day to the gym. Like, I feel like the whole thing about wearing masks, I feel like I used that to like hide myself. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, when COVID was happening, like, masks was required like most of the time, and I feel like I've gotten used to wearing masks and like hiding myself underneath that mask, you know? And I feel like that got me kind of insecure. Like I was getting more insecure about like how I looked. Like sometimes I would not go out without wearing a mask. I'm not even gonna lie, guys. Yeah, when COVID hit, like when COVID happened, like your girl was experiencing the worst, like the worst acne ever. Like I broke out like so freaking bad, like to the point where I would wear a mask anywhere, like everywhere I go, and I wouldn't like not wear it, you know? Like if I don't wear it, then I wouldn't go out, or like if I don't have makeup on, then I won't go out. Like it was that bad, y'all. Like, and then I started going to the gym, and then we had to wear masks, and I'm like, okay, mask, no problem for me. And then eventually when things cooled down a bit, I'm not gonna lie, I was still wearing a mask just because I was insecure about my skin. Like your girl was still breaking out. So basically one day out of nowhere, my heart just started beating so fucking fast, and it was because I was worried about what people thought about me, or like what people, you know, thought about my skin, because I was breaking out at that time too. But it was not as bad as the beginning of COVID. Like I couldn't even work out because my heart was beating so fast. Like my anxiety was so bad. I was doing the leg press, and I was literally just sitting there, and I'm like, okay, let me take a deep breath. And I was just telling myself, no one's looking at you, girl. No one's paying attention to you. They're doing their own thing. They're working out, you know, they're there to work on themselves. And then like 5 to 10 minutes in, like my heart started to calm down a little bit, and you know, it went away, and I was like, shit, that was like the most intense one I ever had. I'm like, I was just looking everywhere. I'm like, oh my god, there's people staring at my skin, there's people looking at me. But in reality, no one's staring, no one's looking at you. So at the end, I ended up, you know, finishing my workout, and everything was good, you know, going forward. So the next question is just talk about mental health. So yeah, I think mental health is so important, especially what I'm doing is like, you know, is dealing with social media a lot and stuff. So I try to like take breaks, you know, every now and then, like get off my social medias and just be in the moment, because you know, social media can be toxic. It's like, it depends on what you're feeding your mind to. Like, don't compare yourself to others, especially what you're seeing online. You know, I try not to do it too. So it's important to, like, you know, some days, you know, get off your phone, go outside, go for a walk, you know, enjoy the nature, you know, like enjoy the real life instead of all these online stuff, because at the end of the day, that's not even gonna matter. Especially when I was younger, I would compare myself to others because of their skin. Like, I feel like I was the only one that had like acne. Like, I feel like I was the only kid that was dealing with acne. And the other kids in my school had like clear skin. I'm like, damn, bro, why can't I have clear skin too? And I would beat myself up for it. Like I would literally look at myself in the mirror and cry to myself just because, you know, I had acne. Y'all didn't know how like bad that brought my self-esteem down. Like, it was horrible. Like, if only I could go back to my past, you know, to my younger self, just tell myself not to worry and just be patient, because I was just beating myself up for it for the longest. And like, it's just, now I'm still dealing with acne, you know, but I just learned to love it, you know, because like, that's who I am, so I'm gonna embrace it, you know. So like nowadays, I could go to the store, or like go to the gym, or just go anywhere without the mask or without having makeup on. I'm really proud of myself, you know, because like, it took me a while to get to that point, because I would be insecure about my skin. So for that, you know, I'm really proud that I came that far. So that's like a big stepping stone for me to be able to do all of that, because, you know, having acne does a lot to your mental health. Like, it does a lot. Alright guys, so for the next question, I see a lot of you guys asking this question: how do you maintain a happy relationship, or like, what are tips for a long-lasting relationship? So it's gonna be like 6 years with my boyfriend this year. Like, and sometimes I would still have like butterflies whenever I talk to him or see him. Like, I would get shy. Like, y'all, it's crazy. To this day I still feel that way. So from my experience, I would say communication is the biggest key. I feel like you guys hear this all the time, but that's so true. Communication, you have to communicate with your significant other. So communication played like a big role in my relationship. Like, so if I had any problems, you know, I would tell my boyfriend, you know, right away, about how I feel or about what I'm going through. Like, trust and loyalty. Like, you're gonna have to like trust your partner. You're gonna have to stay loyal to them no matter what you guys are going through, you know. Like I don't think I've ever told you guys, but the beginning of my relationship with my boyfriend, it was really bumpy. And of course, you know, everyone relationship is like that, but y'all, like, we went through hell and back, y'all. Like, I'm dead ass. Like, and you guys know, like, we dated in high school. He's like my high school sweetheart, and I'm his. So I started dating him when I was 14, and now I'm 20. Like, y'all, it's been forever. But you guys know, like, I was young back then, and my parents were like strict, you know. They were more strict back then. We started dating in October, and yeah, when we first started dating, everyone was telling me and him, like, everyone was telling me how he was like a playboy and how he's not like what I think he is or something, and how he's like, you know, he's gonna like break your heart or whatever. And then on the other hand, there was girls in his classroom like talking shit about me to him, about why he shouldn't date me. I'm like, what the fuck? And I didn't even know those girls that were talking shit about me. Like, I don't even know them. And that happened for a while when we were dating, while we first started dating. Like, you know, people had like mad rumors, and I would tell him and he would tell me what people say, you know, and we would clear it up with each other, you know. So that was like a big thing. We communicated with each other first before we started assuming, you know, things. And like, you know, I trusted him to not believe whatever others says before he asked me first, and you know, he trusted me. And then with my parents being strict too, like we couldn't really hang out like that. The only time I got to see him was in school. We did not have any classes like or any lunch break together. We did not have no, like, none of that. Like, so the only time we got to see each other was in class transition, and it was literally only like a couple minutes, and we always meet up with each other every class transition to like see each other. It's like that was like the only time we got to see each other. We had to do that for like the first and second year of our relationship, but that's for like another story. I can dig so much deeper into that story because it would just get so much juicier, but I'm gonna save that for another time. I don't know if you guys want to hear all that, but so yeah, so communication, trust is the biggest key in the relationship, and especially lasting too in a relationship. And then the question on how to maintain a happy relationship is like, it's just the little things that count that makes me happy, you know, like telling me good morning, like giving me a kiss, or making me food, breakfast. It's just like the most simple things that keeps me happy. Like doing that, I feel like just doing the most simple things, like it goes a long way, you know. Just doing the most simple things, like the most everyday things, it's like so important, because like for me, I don't care for like material things. Like the thoughts matters the most to me, because like, you know, they could give you all these gifts and like all these material things, but those things don't really mean much, because like, you know, I'd rather have something given to me like that's been put in a lot of thought and effort too. So the next question asks, what would you say helps you step out of your comfort zone? I would say is trying new things, like especially when I started doing this YouTube channel, like this whole YouTube thing, like I was out of my comfort zone, I'm not gonna lie, because like, you know, growing up I was a shy, introverted girl, so I just gave it my all and just, you know, start vlogging in public, start talking to the camera, you know, even people think I'm crazy or whatever. My boyfriend also helped me step out of my comfort zone. Like he always pushed me to become like the best version of myself. Like he helped me realize so much things in life, like just have fun and not take everything too seriously to the point you're like overworking yourself, or like just worrying all the time and just like stressing out all the time. Just, you know, just take a moment, take a breather. He would help me take my pictures. He would tell me to go for things that I, you know, think that I would never like do or achieve. Like he's been there for me since day one. What advice would you give on dealing with insecurities? I would say just face it and just embrace it, because like that's who you are. Don't beat yourself up too much about it, because you know I did a lot growing up and I regret doing it, because I feel like it like really did a lot on my mental health. You know how I deal with my insecurities, I would just like, I would accept them, you know, I would accept them and embrace them, but I would still try to like work on them. For me, my insecurity is my acne, like my skin. That's like one of my biggest insecurity, and right now this is like the most like smoothest and clearest my skin has been. So yeah, so my skin is not perfect now, but you know, no one's perfect. Like once I just accept it and just learn to love myself, my skin started doing better. Like I just stopped caring about others' things. What do you think is the key to having a good girl friendship? So I had friends that come and go, and communication is also a big key. I literally had a friend that literally just stopped communicating with me like out of nowhere, and you know, like I was close to her and she literally just out of nowhere just stopped communicating with me. You know, I tried reaching out to her like so many times, but it's just, you know, she never just responded. So I'm like, and also being honest plays like a big key in a friendship, because like, yeah, if you were to ask my best friend how would she describe me in one word, yeah, I'm honest. And if you're like an honest friend like me, like the way you deliver the message, you know, to your friend, like it is important too. Like that's important. Like the tone and the attitude that you say it matters. Like make sure they know that it's coming from a good place and not from a bad place, because like I care for them, you know. I would tell them what's up and, you know, be honest, because like if no one else is doing it, best believe I would do it. Alright guys, so I think that's all the questions I'm gonna answer for now. I feel like this video is gonna be long, so that's why I'm gonna stop it right here. I don't know how long this video is gonna be because I was talking a lot. If you guys want a part 2, or if you guys want another girls talk, let me know down in the comments, and give this video a thumbs up, you know. And also, you know, subscribe to my channel if you're new here, and click that bell notification so you don't miss any time when I upload. So yeah guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this first, you know, girls talk. I definitely enjoy doing this, you know. I like talking to you guys. Maybe next time it'd be more of a juicier, you know, girls talk or whatever. So I'm just gonna end this video right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll just see you guys in the next video. I love you guys so much. Mwah. Peace out.